All right, Adam, thank you so much for introducing me, and wonderful to see so many familiar faces and some new faces here again this week as well. Something that I wanted to quickly go over before we started our practice today. And I often get this for people who have an at-home practice, which is what most of us are doing right now, just given the weather and also the world that we're going with right now with COVID and all sorts of things like that. And people are obviously spending more time at home. So in addition to a mat, when you're working through your practice, one of the things that I get asked a lot is, what can I use around the house instead of traditional supports and tools that you might find in the yoga studio? So what I'm going to do is just a little show and tell here as well. So often we use blocks in a class. Blocks give us height, so we can put our hands on our block. We can put our elbows on the block, our forehead onto a block, anything like that. Something that you might like to use around the house as an alternative is something like a book. So this is a thick book, it's a soft cover book, but it works exactly the same way. And what the purpose of a block is just to give a little bit more height and a little bit more elevation if you've just got a little tighter in some part of the body that we're working with. Another lovely thing that you can use instead of a bolster in a class is simply a pillow or a cushion. And you can slide those into any part of the body that needs a little support. Often it's nice to slide in underneath your seat, or if you're working into a stretch, it's also nice to put underneath your knee if the knee is a little sensitive, or into the outer hip area if we have the side of the hip down onto the surface as well. So they're just some little things that you can use around the house that you can bring into your practice, and you can get basically exactly the same support out of it as you work through your practice. Alrighty, friends, with that in mind, again, Adam, thank you so much for introducing us. And if anybody's got any questions that Adam can work with as we work through the practice, then please don't hesitate to reach out. Alrighty, team. With that in mind, tonight's little class is going to be a 60-minute class. What we're focusing on here is what we're calling a Vinyasa, and also restorative actions as we work through our practice. So the format of the practice will be, we'll ground in at the beginning. So we'll find ourselves in a nice, comfortable position. We'll allow ourselves to connect to the breath. We'll find some beautiful stretches to start to open up the body, especially as cold as it's been lately back home. We'll find a nice little flow. So the flow will be able to open up into the body. I don't want you to overthink the flow. All I'm looking for you to do here is find some freedom and find some space in your body. In the lower part of the class, or the back part of the class, what we'll do is we'll come back down onto our mat. We'll find some beautiful stretches to finish off with. And we'll finish ourselves on our back in Shavasana, a beautiful relaxing position. It's a 60-minute class. Shavasana will be for about 2 to 3 minutes. If you have the time in your day to pause the video or turn off the video and be there for an extended period of time, Shavasana is one of those beautiful poses you can be into for 5, 10, or even 15 minutes or more. So if you have that time in the day and it allows you to be in this beautiful position, then allow yourself to take that time for yourself. Alrighty, team, with that in mind, we're going to start on our mat, on our back tonight. So I'm going to do the whole practice with you this evening. So if you're not sure where we're working through the practice, don't be frightened to have a little look up into the screen, and I'll be doing that practice with you. So as we lie down onto our back here this evening, I'm going to offer you 2 different shapes to work into. The first one is the more approachable variation, what we call broken bridge pose. So the soles of the feet will come down onto the mat. Separate your feet max width distance apart. Bring the knees together. Lower the back of the head down. And for tonight's purpose, I invite you to bring your right hand onto your belly and your left hand onto your chest. That's option 1. We'd like to find a little opening through the inner hip area here. We're going to find Supta Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet will touch. The knees will splay out wide. This gives a beautiful opening through the inner hip area. Now, if this is a little sensitive on the inner hip, this is where you can use your pillows or your cushions and just slide those in underneath the outer hips, just to find a little support in that part of the body. Again, the shape I'm offering with the arms here is right hand onto the belly, left hand onto the chest. Just take a moment here to settle into the shape. All I want you to do is breathe. Close the eyes if you haven't already, and just let the body relax. Yoga is simply a practice of connections. Connection between the breath, the mind, and the body. So recognize the breath as it enters and leaves the body. Feel the support of the earth underneath the body, cradling the body. I just want you to check in today emotionally. How do you feel? I don't want you to judge that answer. Just recognize it. And the way we feel emotionally can greatly affect our physical practice. So never have expectations for the physical practice. Then from your belly, exhale any air in the lungs. And from the belly, take a deep inhale, expand into the belly. Feel your right hand gently rise. Pull the breath up into the chest, into the collarbones, right up into the back of your throat. Pause. And then open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out, and let it go. Really let go of any self-consciousness. Let go of the breath. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale. From the belly, nice and deep and full. Make the belly as big as you can. Pull the breath up into the chest, the collarbones, right up into the back of your throat, and pause. Then open the mouth, exhale, let it go. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Make this the biggest, deepest, fullest, the most expansive breath of your day. Pause at the top, and then try to suck in a little bit more air. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Now find your own breath. Breathe in and out through the nose. Just allow the body to find space. Find a nice even breath where the length of the inhales match the length of the exhales. A lovely chance to invite the Ujjayi breath into the practice. The slight constriction of the back of the throat, allowing the body to warm and energize. When it feels good here, using either the strength of your legs or your arms to guide them. Pull the knees together if they're not already. And then pull the knees into the chest, into Asana, and give them a nice tight squeeze. Find a nice little release of tension away from the lower spine. When it feels good here, grab a hold of the knees with the hands. I'm going to introduce a little shape here called clam shell circles. So in your favorite direction, just open and close the knees. So we're awakening through the hip joint, awakening through the lower spine, the SI joint. As you take the circles one way, start to take the circles back the other way. Just make it feel good in your body. You feel like you've got all the movement here you need, come back in the center. Pull the knees into the chest, give them another tight squeeze. And lower the feet down onto the mat. Tee out your arms. Pick up your hips, shimmy them a little closer to the right edge of the mat. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, drop both knees to the left and extend the right arm to the right. You can bring the left hand onto the right knee, the right thigh, or the right hip, just to deepen the twist here. If it feels nice in the neck, send your gaze towards your right hand. Soften the outer right shoulder down and keep breathing. The tendency when we twist is to shorten the breath. What I want you to do here is try to lengthen the breath. Those nice long inhales and exhales that you found when you're on your back. Nice, everybody. With your breath, inhale brings you back into center. Pull both knees back into the chest. Give them a nice tight squeeze back into Uttanasana. And we'll simply switch outside. So lower the feet down, tee out the arms, pick up the hips, slide them a little closer to the left edge of the mat, and then drop both knees to the right. Extend the left arm to the left, gaze to the left. You might even feel some little creaks or cracks in the spine. Nothing to be concerned about. It's like your own little self-chiropractic session. Just aligning the spine, opening through the intervertebral discs. You find that one side feels just a little different from the other. Just manipulate the body so you feel the same sensation on each side. Never looking for aesthetics. And with your breath, inhale, come back in the center. Pull both knees back into the chest. Give them another nice tight squeeze. Then lower the feet back down onto the mat. Separate your feet hips width distance apart. Separate the knees the same distance. Reach your arms forward and just see that you can tickle the backs of your heels with your fingertips. Bring your hands into an interlace and then cup the back of your head with your hands. Pull the elbows together and then tuck your chin towards your chest. What you should feel here is a beautiful stretch through the back of the neck. Now, depending where you hold your tension, you might find a nice release of tension away from the upper spine, middle spine, or between the shoulder blades. Keep breathing. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, gently release your bind and release the back of the head to the mat. Again, just see that you can touch the back of the heels with your fingertips. And finding a little engagement into the back line of your body. Drive through the heels. Inhale. Lift your hips nice and high towards the ceiling into bridge pose. Squeeze your glutes tight. On the exhale, soften your hips back down onto the mat. Beautiful, everybody. We're going to do that 3 more times with the breath. Inhale. Drive the hips nice and high towards the ceiling. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, lower the hips back down. Beautiful team. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the hips nice and high towards the ceiling. On the exhale, lower the hips back down. Last time, and this one we're going to hold. Inhale, lift the hips high towards the ceiling. And just settle here into the shape. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Here is perfect. If you would like to add on, bring your hands into an interlace at your lower spine. Tuck your shoulders a little further in underneath your chest. Lift the chest a little higher towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. Beautiful team. Take 1 more inhale. On the exhale, lower your hips back down onto the mat. So nice, everyone. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Again, give them a nice tight squeeze. And then bring your hands in behind your hamstrings or the backs of the knees. And start to find a rock and roll the length of your mat. So all the way from the tailbone to the base of your neck. You can do this as many times as you like, as fast or as slow as you like. Finding a beautiful little massage up and down the length of your spine. And when it feels good here, rock and roll yourself all the way forward into a little seat at the top of your mat. Nice, everybody. When you get there, extend your legs long out in front of you and give them a nice little shake. Beautiful. We're going to add in a twist here. Pick up your right foot and bring it over the left thigh. Nice. I'm going to turn and face the camera here. This is option 1, especially if you're a little tighter in the hips. If you'd like a little bit more opening in the hips, bend your left knee and bring the left knee a little closer towards the outside edge of your right hip. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale, extend your left arm high towards the ceiling. On the exhale, bring the crook of your left elbow around the right knee and hug your right knee in towards your chest. Work into a twist here. If it feels nice here, gaze over the right shoulder. Here is perfect. If you'd like to add on again, inhale, reach the right arm the left arm nice and high. On the exhale, this time bring the left elbow all the way over the right knee. What tends to happen here is a few things. We round through the shoulders. We also lift this right seat up off the mat. See if you can soften your right hip down. That'll deepen the stretch through the outer right hip. Really nice, everyone. Take 1 more inhale. On the exhale, gently release. Finding Sukhasana, so a simple crisscross of our legs. Start with the right shin in front of your left shin. Flex at your ankles. See that your feet, your knees, and your shoulders are all in basic alignment here. Everything from here is an add-on and optional. Inhale, reach your arms nice and high towards the ceiling. On your exhale, hinge at your hips and start to fold. Now, all depending on where your flexibility is at, might depend on where your hands go. If you're a little tighter, bring the hands down beside you. If you have a little bit more space, bring the hands out in front of you. You might like to bring the forearms down onto the mat. If you have the flexibility, the forehead might come down onto the mat. Now, this is a lovely place to use one of your props. You could slide your props in underneath your chest here, or underneath your forehead, just to give it a little beautiful place of comfort and support. Keep breathing. Nice, everybody. I'm going to start to add in the side body here into the shape. So take an inhale. On the exhale, start to walk your hand off to the left side of your space. And then reach the arms as far away from you as you can. Straighten the arms. Pull back on your right hip, soften your right knee down. Keep breathing into the right side of your body. What you should feel here is a beautiful stretch through the lateral line on your right side. Nice long inhales. Nice long exhales. Beautiful, everyone. Start to walk the hands back in the center if they're not already. And then with the breath, inhale brings you back up in the center. Uncross your legs, extend the legs long out in front of you, and just give them a nice little shake, just a little release. When it feels good, we're going to simply take this to the other side. Right leg can stay extended, or you can bend the right leg back behind you, pick up the left foot, and bring the left foot over the right thigh. Here is perfect. If you'd like to deepen the stretch here, you can tuck your right heel back towards your left hip. Your left hand comes behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm high, finding length and space through the side body. On the exhale, twist. Crook of the right elbow comes towards the left knee, and then hug that left knee back in towards the chest. You'll find a lovely stretch through the lower hip area, through the lower spine. Working through this beautiful twist through the upper body. Keep breathing. If it feels nice, gaze over the left shoulder. And if you'd like to add on again, inhale, reach the right arm high. On the exhale, twist a little deeper. Bring the right elbow all the way over the left knee. And just check in. Notice if you've rounded through the spine. If you have, see if you can extend the crown of your head like you're trying to touch it towards your ceiling. Looking beautiful, everyone. Take one more deep inhale. On the exhale, release your twist. And what we're going to do is slide the left leg in front of the right leg for our Sukhasana on the other side. Again, flex at the ankles. Flexing at the ankles protects the knee joint. Everything here from here on is an add-on and optional. Inhale, reach the arms high, extend through the side body. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. And the side will feel different. I'm a lot more open in my left hip, so I can get myself deeper on this side. If that's the same for you, then explore it. If you're tighter on this side, then come out of the pose a little bit more. Be kind to the body. Recognize the shape that your body is finding. Just feel the sensation of your stretch. Here is perfect. If you would like to add on, inhale. On the exhale, start to walk your hands off to the right side of your space. Extend the left arm as far away from you as you can. Really reach with your left fingers. Straighten that left arm as much as you can. Soften the outer left hip down. Soften the outer left knee down. So what tends to happen is we reach with the arms and then lift up in the left side body. Keep finding length with your breath. Beautiful, everyone. If you're not already, start to walk your hands back in the center. With your breath, inhale, lift up into the chest. Nice, everybody. However you make it happen, we're going to come onto all fours in the tabletop. So you might like to slide the knees off to the side, or you can simply roll over the knees and come onto all fours in the tabletop. However you make that happen is perfect. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Have a little look at your hands. See that the index finger is facing forward at 12 o'clock. Straighten the arms. Wrap your triceps back and the biceps forward. So the eye of your elbow is facing forward towards the front of your room. With your breath, inhale, cow pose. Lift your chest, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone. On the exhale, cat. Round through your upper spine, middle spine, and lower spine. Working that 3 more times through the breath. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round through the upper spine, middle spine, lower spine. Pull the belly button in. Looking great, team. 2 more times through your breath. Inhale, cow pose. Can you lift the hips a little higher? Exhale, cat. Can you tuck the pelvis just a little bit more? Last time. Inhale, create more of a back bend as you lift. Exhale, more of an arch in the spine as you round. Beautiful, everybody. Come back in the center. Nice neutral spine. Curl the toes under. Push the hands firmly into the mat. Here is perfect. If you'd like to add on and challenge yourself a little bit more, now hover the knees up off the mat just by an inch or two. Hold it strong wherever you are. Pull the belly button in for 5, 4, 3, 2. Shift the shoulders in front of your wrists. And then send your hips back and up into our first downward facing dog. Really nice, everybody. First downward facing dog. Push the hands firmly into the mat. Send the hips nice and high. Separate your feet hips width distance apart. Make your heels disappear behind your toes. And then with your breath, inhale, come as high onto the ball mount of the toes as you can. On the exhale, lower your right heel down and bend into your left knee. Nice, everybody. Inhale, come high on the ball mount of the toes as you can. Exhale, switch out sides. Nice, and then find your own movement here. You can bend and straighten through the legs as much as you like, as fast or as slow as you like. And I encourage you to add in any other little movement here that feels good in the body. Maybe you drop the hips from side to side, the ankles from side to side. I love to come to the top of my feet, open up into the top part of the ankle joint, the top part of the foot, and the tops of the toes. It's the part of the body we don't normally think about stretching. So just make it feel good in your body. Once you feel like you have all the movement you need out of the shape, settle into the pose. Strong hands, long arms, hips nice and high. Inhale, come high on the ball mat of your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. On the exhale, walk or step your feet behind your wrists. So your feet are just a little wider than your hips. Take a nice bend into your knees and let your belly and your chest just snuggle down in between your thighs. Like we did when we were lying down on our back, I'm going to invite you to find an interlace here. The interlace I'm going to offer is interlacing the fingers and then cupping the back of your head with your hands, squeezing the elbows a little tighter, and then literally using the strength of your arms here to pull the crown of your head closer towards the mat. Keep breathing. And if it feels nice here, add in any other exercise or movement that feels good here. You might like to pedal through the legs. You might like to sway side to side, find little bounces here, anything that just releases tension from your body. Looking great, team. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, release your hands down and slide your feet together to touch. Bring the big toes together and find a sliver of space in between your heels. With your breath, on an inhale, roll yourself up in the stand. Reach the arms nice and high towards the ceiling. See your palms touch. On the exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest. This one will hold. Find a slight tuck of your chin towards your chest. Blink your eyes closed. Just take a moment here to set the intention for your practice. I always find this the most beautiful part of the practice. This is the part that's most personal. Only you know why you're here. Only you know the actions, the purpose for your actions. As you set the intention, as always, come from a place of love and kindness, both towards yourself and towards others. Keeping the eyes closed, raise your head, take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Beautiful breath, everybody. Blink the eyes open, bring the arms down beside you. With your breath, inhale, sweep the arms high, see your palms touch, lift the chest, lift your gaze. On the exhale, forward fold, any journey of the hands towards the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale finds a long spine. You might have the fingertips on the mat. You might have the hands to the shins, the knees, or the thighs. All I'm looking for here is a long spine from the crown of the head to the tailbone. The core is engaged. The shoulder blades are working towards one another. Inhale. On the exhale, plant your hands down onto the mat and step back into our first little strength pose tonight in plank pose. Now, your modification here from your toes is to come down onto your knees. Wherever you are, activate the glutes, tuck the pelvis under, push out through the shoulder blades. Look forward, shift forward. As slow as your arms allow, bend your arms and lower the whole body down onto the mat. Beautiful, everyone. When you get there, we did this exercise last week. Bring your fingertips off the left and the right side of your mat and tension to your fingers, working into oscillating cobra. So we're going to use the arms here, activating the spine with your breath. Inhale, elevate the chest up off the mat, lengthen your arms, soften the hips down. On the exhale, slowly release your heart space back down onto the mat. Really nice, everybody. We're going to do that 2 more times. Just looking for range of motion. Inhale, elevate the chest up off the mat. Relax your glutes. Slowly, slowly on the exhale, release the chest back down. Last time through. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Lift the heart space up. Exhale, slowly and controlled, lower the chest back down onto the mat. Beautiful, everybody. When you get there, bring your hands back onto the mat beside your floating ribs. Curl your toes under, push the knees into the mat, push the hands firmly into the mat, straighten your arms, tabletop. Nice. And then send your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Nice, everybody. That's our little Sun A variation here tonight. The Vinyasa part of our practice is to bring this breath to movement. Add on, take away as you need to. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, come high on the toes. Bend your knees, look forward. On the exhale, journey to the front of the mat. You can step it forward, walk it forward, hop it forward. However you get there is perfect. Inhale, finds a long spine. Exhale, forward, fold. Work the hands towards the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, stand, reach. See your palms touch above you. On the exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest. I'm going to add in a back bend option here as we work through the practice. Inhale, reach your arms high. If it feels nice, push the hips forward. Lift the chest up and reach the arms back. Exhale, forward fold. Release the hands towards the mat. Inhale, find your version of a long flat spine. Exhale, plant your palms down and step back into plank pose, toes or knees. I'm going to do this variation from my knees. Look forward, shift forward, nice and controlled. Bend the arms, lower the body all the way down onto the mat. Uncurl the toes, fingertips off the left and the right side. We're just going to do 1 of these with your breath. Inhale, elevate the heart space up. Lengthen through the arms. Exhale, slowly lower the heart space back down. Hands come back beside the floating ribs. Curl the toes under. Push the hands firmly into the mat. Last time we did tabletop. That's option 1. Those of you who would like to challenge yourself a little bit more, maybe straighten the arms in the plank pose. And send your hips back and up into downward facing dog. So when you come out of that transition, know you can push into tabletop or plank. Just find your journey. 1 more time through. Inhale, high on the toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, journey to the front of your space. Inhale, find your long flat spine. Exhale, fold just a little deeper. Pull the belly button in. Inhale, stand, reach, see the palms touch. Exhale, thumbs to the chest, nice tight core, elbows are wide, slight tuck of the chin. Option for the back bend. Inhale, reach the arms high. Push the hips forward, lift the chest up. Exhale, forward fold, release the hands down. Inhale, finds a long spine. Exhale, hands come to the mat, step back into plank pose, toes or knees. I'm going to do this one from my toes. Look forward, shift forward, nice and controlled, bend the arms. Lower the whole body to the mat. Lovely transitions, team. Uncurl the toes, fingertips off the left and the right side with the breath. Inhale, elevate the heart space. Lengthen the arms. Exhale, nice and controlled. Soften the chest back down. Here's our little journey to downward facing dog. Hands beside the floating ribs. Curl the toes under. I'm going to do this one through tabletop. So push the knees down. Straighten the arms. And then send the hips back and up into downward facing dog. Really nice, everybody. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth. Exhale. Let it all go. Beautiful. You want to add in our little flow here and work into a sun V with your breath. Inhale your right leg high. So extend the right leg back behind you. Come high onto the ball out of your left toes. Look forward, shift forward, and step your right foot between your thumbs. How you get it there is perfect. If you ended up a little short, you have to help the leg forward. That's beautiful. When you get there, peel your left heel down. Find heel of your right foot to arch of your back foot alignment. With your breath, inhale warrior two, opens you up to the right side, the left side of your space. A few little alignment things here I'm really particular about, just to be safe in this pose. Firstly, your right toes facing forward at 12 o'clock. Right knee, right hip are all in alignment. Squeeze your butt tight. Hug the inner thighs together. Core is engaged, arms are reaching. Beautiful, everybody. Flip your right palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Your right arm reaches up and back. Find extension through the right side of the body. The more you straighten the right arm, the deeper you bend your right knee, the more space you create in the right side. Inhale. Exhale, Parsvakonasana side angle. So bring your right forearm to your thigh, sweep your left arm across your body, and extend the left arm forward. Now, there's 1,000 different variations you can do with your arms here. I just want you to find the one that works in your body. I like this shape because it feels long through my left side. Lovely, team. Adding on here. Have a look at your right foot. Take an inhale. On your exhale, use your left hand here for support and step your left foot to meet your right foot at the front of your mat. How you made that happen is perfect. Nice, everybody. With your breath, inhale, stand, reach the arms nice and high. Here is perfect. If you would like to add on with me, catch the balance in a strong right leg and pick up your left knee and pull it into your chest. Lovely, team. Here is perfect. You can use walls, you can use chairs for support. Find anything that you need. If you would like to add on, now straighten through the left leg and point your left toes. Yes, so good, everyone. Inhale, pick up the left knee, pull it into the chest. On the exhale, lower your left foot down, lower the hands down, and we're going to step the left foot right back to where we picked it up from. Nice, team. Inhale, warrior two, opens you back up towards the left side. Beautiful. Take an inhale. On the exhale, cover your left hand to the inside of your right foot, roll under the ball mount of your left toes, and lower your left knee down onto the mat. I'm just going to turn around here so you can see where we're working. With your breath, inhale, reach your right arm nice and high towards the ceiling. Lift up and out of the right shoulder. So you're finding this beautiful twist. Here is perfect. If you'd like to add on with me, push hard into your right foot. Catch the balance here. Inhale, lift the chest up and extend your left arm forward. So nice, team. You're looking great. Scissor the inner thighs together. Twist through the upper body. Flip your left palm up. Inhale, reverse. Your left arm reaches nice and high. Now, where you bring your right hand is up to you. It might come down to your right hip. It might come down to your left hamstring. It might come down beside you. It might reach all the way around to your left hip. You're looking great, everyone. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, we're going to add in another twist. We're going to bring the left elbow over the right knee. Bring your palms together. Stack your elbows, stack your shoulders. Lift up and out of the right chest. Really lovely, everyone. Enjoy the breath, enjoy the twist. Nice long inhales to find space. Exhales gently moving you into the space. Take one more deep inhale. On the exhale, separate your palms, bring your hands forward. Strong right leg, steps your left foot to meet the right foot at the top of your mat. So nice, everybody. Take your time here, no rush. Inhale finds a long spine, your variation. On the exhale, forward fold, release the hands down. Inhale, stand and reach, see the palms touch above you. On the exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest. Nice, everybody. Inhale, reach the arms high, see your palms touch. On the exhale, forward fold, release the hands down. Again, bend the legs as much as you need to. Inhale, find your long spine. Exhale, plant your palms down, step back in a plank pose, toes or knees. I'm going to do this one from my knees. Look forward, shift forward, bend the arms and lower the whole body down onto the mat. Beautiful. Uncurl the toes. Fingertips off the left and the right side, just like we've been doing. Inhale. Elevate the chest up off the mat. Exhale softly. Lower the chest back down. Hands come back beside the floating ribs. Tabletop or plank, straighten your arms. And meet me back in downward facing dog. Beautiful, everybody. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. So nice. Let's take this to the other side. So with your breath, inhale your left leg straight up and back. Exhale, come high on the right toes, pull your knee toward your chest and step your left foot down in between your thumbs. Again, how you get it there is perfect. You have to help the left leg forward, help the left leg forward. That's beautiful. Peel the right heel down. Before we go anywhere, just check in on the alignment. Heel of your left foot to the arch of the back foot. And then with control, inhale warrior two, opens you up to the right side of your space. Beautiful, everybody. Adjust yourself here as you need to. Bend nice and deep into this left knee, so we're building strength into the quadriceps in our left side. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Reach the arms. Make the arms work like you're trying to touch the front of the room and the back of the room at the same time. So nice, everybody. Flip your left palm, your front palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm reaches up and back. Work your right hand down the outside of your edge of your right leg. And imagine you're trying to touch the top back left corner of your room as you reach with your left hand. So nice, 10 inhale. Exhale, side angle. Gently lower your left forearm to your thigh for support. Sweep the right arm across the body. Extend through the right hand and lift your shoulder, lift your chest a little higher. Now, where you send your gaze is entirely up to you. The gaze can be down, to the side, maybe up and underneath the right armpit for a little balance challenge. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right fingertips down. However you make it happen, step your right foot to meet your left foot at the front of your mat. Beautiful, everybody. Take your time. Inhale, stand. Catch your balance here. Our left leg is going to be our foundation. Everything from here is optional. Inhale, reach the arms high. Maybe you catch the balance on the left leg. You might just hover the right toes. Maybe you pick up the right knee, pull it into the chest. Find an unmoving spot. That'll help you with your balance. And then point through the right toes. And if you want to add on here, now start to straighten through the right leg. Squeeze the quadriceps tight, squeeze the hip flexors tight. You're looking great, everybody. If you're not already there, pull the knee into the chest and lower the foot down. Nice, everybody. Lower the hands back down and then step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat, right where we picked it up from. Inhale, warrior two. Opens you back up towards the right side. Take a moment to settle here into the shape. Inhale. On the exhale, your right hand comes to the inside of your left foot. Roll onto the ball mount of your right toes and lower the right knee down onto the mat. I'm going to open myself up here to the other side so you can see me. So the right hand is firmly down. Inhale, twist. Left arm comes nice and high. Lift up and out of the left shoulder. Lift up and out of the left chest. Those of you using props at home, this is a lovely chance to bring the prop in underneath the right hand to elevate yourself a little further away from the floor. Here is perfect. If you'd like to add on, catch the balance here, drive through the left heel. Inhale, open up into the twist. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Reach the right arm forward. Scissor the inner thighs nice and tight. Flip the right palm, that's the front palm. With your breath, inhale, reverse. Right arm reaches up and back. Again, where you bring the left hand here is entirely up to you. Left hand can come down to the left hip. It can hang down beside you. You can bring it to the right hamstring. You can bring it all the way to the outer right hip. Just depending on where your flexibility is at. Inhale. Exhale, our last little challenging pose here, working into the twist. The right tricep comes over the left thigh. Bring the palms together. Stack the elbows. Stack the shoulders. Imagine you're trying to pick up your belly button and bring it over the left thigh. Finding beautiful detoxing through the internal organs as much as we're working through the twist in the spine. Keep breathing. Inhale. On the exhale, release the hands to the top of your mat. Strong left leg, steps your right foot to meet the left foot at the top of your mat. Beautiful, everyone. Inhale, finds a long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand and reach. See the palms tucked above you. On the exhale, bring your thumbs to your chest. Lovely, everybody. And this one will hold. Find a soft gaze across the fingertips, or blink the eyes closed. If you've lost the breath here, just take a moment to reconnect back to the breath. If you notice that the mind is wandering here, take a moment to come back to the intention that you set for yourself when we started to set our intention at the beginning of class. Beautiful, team. Blink the eyes open, bring the arms down beside you. Separate your feet hips width distance apart. I'll turn and face the camera so you can see what I mean. Imagine that your feet are on train tracks. Nice, everybody. With your breath, bend your knees, inhale, chair pose. Sink the hips down, lift the chest up, and extend through the arms. Nice, everybody. It's one of my favorite little challenging transitions here. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, bend your knees and keep bending the knees. See if you can keep the chest lifted and the arms extended. Use your hands here at any stage to help you here. Keep bending into the knees, keep bending into the knees. However you make it happen, come down, have a little seat on your mat. Nice, everybody. Beautiful. When you get there, extend your legs long out in front of you and just give them a nice little shake. All the hard work is done. We're just going to find some beautiful stretches here to open up into different parts of the body. Allow ourselves to finish off in a lovely Shavasana here. Our first pose we're working into is called Molten Asana, or seated forward fold. Flex at your ankles, bring the ankles together, and take a little bend here into the knees. Nice, everybody. Another lovely little variation of this is to slide a prop in underneath your knees, pillow, cushion, or your books or your blocks. Inhale, reach the arms nice and high, extend out through the side body. On the exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. Now, for my friends who are a little tighter here, just bring the hands down beside you. You'll feel a nice stretch through the lower spine. You might start to feel this through the hips and also through your hamstrings. If you have the space in the body, keep extending the arms further down the legs. You might even reach all the way down to your feet. Just find your space. The only shape I'm trying to avoid when we work into our seated forward fold is this one, where we've got the legs straight, just like you were told when you're at school, you're going to touch your toes. This sort of action puts all this stress through the spine, all the parts of the body that would work really hard to open and free up tension. If you have the flexibility for straight legs and could reach towards the feet, then great. It's not a goal, it's just a progression. Just find that space in the body. Keep breathing. Where's this concept of inhaling to find space? Exhaling to move into the space. Nice, everybody. Wherever you are, gently release any little grip you have. Inhale brings you back up in the center. Find a nice little shake into the legs. Release any tension that you built into that part of the body. Take a little bend into the knees. Reach your arms forward. Nice and slowly with control, lower yourself down onto your back. Beautiful. When you get there, reach your arms long back behind you. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, reach your arms forward, engage the core, and see if you can sit yourself back up into seated. Nice, everybody. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, nice and slowly and controlled, a little bend into the knees. Release yourself back down onto the mat. When you get there, extend the arms long back behind you. We're going to do that 2 more times. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, reach the arms forward. And maybe you can lift the chest up and come back into your seat. Nice, everybody. Reach the arms forward. Nice strong core, a little bend into the knees. In your own time, nice engaged core releases you back down. When you get there, lower the head down, reach the arms back behind you, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, last one of these, reach the arms forward, core is nice and tight, and pull yourself back up into your seat. You might have to use your hands, that's beautiful. Nice, everybody. Little bend into the knees, last time down onto the back. In your own time, strong core releases you back down. So nice. When you get there, pull the knees into the chest. Just like we did at the beginning of the class, and give the knees a nice tight squeeze. You'll find a nice release for the outer hips here, working into Recline Pigeon or Supine Figure 4. Plant the sole of your left foot down on the mat. Bring your right ankle across the top of the left knee. Lots of different things to think about here. Start by flexing at the right ankle, so working the toe back towards the shin. Your progressions here, right hand to the right knee and push the right knee away from it. If you need more, bring the right hand in between your legs, reach for your left hamstring, or reach for the left shin. Wherever you are, lower the back of the head down. See if you can soften the shoulder blades down onto the mat. As you settle here into your shape, I want you to think of these progressions in this order. The right knee getting further away from you. Secondly, the sacrum, the flat bone at the base of the spine, softening that closer towards the mat. Then if you have the bind of the left leg, then pulling your left knee closer towards it. Wherever you are, keep working the breath. Always coming back to this concept of inhaling to find space. Exhaling to move into that space. Inhale. Exhale, release. Nice, everybody. Pull the knees back into the chest, into Asana. Give them a nice tight squeeze. Then we'll simply switch out sides. So plant the sole of the left foot down. Bring your right ankle over the left knee on this side. Sorry, right foot down, left ankle over the right knee. And we'll settle here into the shape. Again, your progressions here. Left hand, left knee, push it away from you. The left hand in between the legs, reaching for the hamstring or the shin. And just notice if this side feels different. This is one of those poses where you really notice the difference between the tension in our hips. Just like in the Sukhasana, the cross-legged seat we found at the beginning of class. You notice different extensions into the body. So if this side is a little bit more open, explore it. If the side's a little tighter, then be a little kinder to the body. Just feel the sensation, hold the sensation. The parts of the body we're stretching here are piriformis, glute medius predominantly in the outer left hip. You'll feel this in the IT band. So for my walkers, my runners, my cyclists there, this is a beautiful stretch for that part of the body. Also working into another muscle called the TFL. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale, release. Beautiful team. Pull the knees back into the chest. Give them a nice tight squeeze. At the beginning of the practice, we found a supine twist using both knees. That's option 1. If you'd like to work with me for option 2 here, just a little bit deeper. Now the body is more open. Keep a hold of the right knee. Extend your left leg long out onto the mat. Using both hands, inhale. Squeeze the right knee nice and tight to your outer right rib cage. On the exhale, supine twist. Use the left hand, guide the right knee across the body. The first movement I make in this shape is to pick up my hips and shimmy my left hip back into the midline of the body. What that does is allows you to find a beautiful line of extension from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Allows you to stack the hips and then keep that left leg very active. So extend out through the left heel. Keep working the breath. Full inhales and exhales. I like to close my eyes. It feels good here in the neck. Send the gaze towards the extended right arm. That can be the actual gaze, or what I like to call the intention of the gaze with the eyes closed. Gently and slowly, inhale brings you back in the center. Take your time, no rush. Pull the knees into the chest again, into Asana, give them a tight squeeze. Just releasing the tension away from the lower spine. When it feels good in your body, keep a hold of the left knee, extend the right leg long. Inhale, pull the left knee nice and tight to the outer left rib cage. On the exhale, twist. Guide the left knee across the body. Again, my first movement here is to pick up my right hip, shimmy the right hip back into the middle of my mat, then guide the left knee across the body. Keep breathing. The beautiful thing about this shape is that you're assisting yourself here. The more pressure you might like to bring onto the left leg with the right hand, the more you take this into the lower spine, the outer hip area on your left side. The more you soften your left shoulder down, reach with your left arm, and gaze towards the left hand, the more you take this into the chest, the collarbone, and the upper spine area. I'm a big believer that nobody knows your body like you do. So manipulate the body into the shape that works best here for you. Keep breathing. Slowly, gently, and with control. Inhale, brings you back into center. Adjust your hips and pull your knees back into your chest. And again, like our first stretches here, when it feels good here for you, we're going to find our little clamshell circle. So grab a hold of the knees with your hands, and in your favorite direction, open and close the knees. As you take the circles one way, when it feels good for you, start to take the circles back the other. Just releasing all this tension away from the lower spine, the hip joints, the SI joint. When it feels good for you, find a place of stillness, and we'll work into our last shape of the evening. Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Step the soles of the feet towards the ceiling, bring the elbows to the inside of the knees, forearms in front of the shins, and reach for the outside edges of your feet. Now, there's also 1,000 different things you can do with your hands and your grips here. So find a grip that works in your body. You might like to grab the peace fingers around the big toes. Some people like to grab the inside edges of their feet. You might like to grab the ankles, the shins, the hamstrings. All are perfect options. And then I want you to be intuitive here. So if it feels nice to rock and roll, rock and roll. You also might like to find a place of stillness, actively using the strength of your arms here to pull the knees towards the outside edges of your rib cage. You're also plenty open here if you have the flexibility in the body to work through a straddle. So straightening through one or both legs. Just find the shape that works here in your body and breathe. Once you feel like you have everything you need out of the shape, come back in the center. Find any last movement your body is craving, and then find a place of stillness and curl up into a ball. Make the ball as tight as you can. Knees and chin to the chest, the forehead to the knees. Take a deep inhale and pause. Keep pausing. Keep pausing. Exhale, release everything, Shavasana. Send your heels to the top corners of your mat. Let your feet splay out wide. Let the arms splay out wide. Let the palms face up to receive all the energy and the benefits of your practice. Tuck your shoulder blades a little further and underneath your chest to elevate your heart space towards the ceiling. And find complete surrender here by releasing your tongue off the roof of your mouth and completely let
Lloyd, I think you might be muted.
bend your knees, plant the soles of the feet down onto the mat, and connect your hands to your body. Finding this connection to self, connection to love, and connection to purpose. Using your right arm as a pillow, gently roll to your right side. And in your own time, come to have an easy seat at the top of your mat. Keeping your eyes closed. Connecting your palms to your heart and bowing your chin to your chest. Acknowledging your practice, this beautiful community, your place of love and giving, your intention. Keeping your eyes closed, raise your head, inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Connect your thumbs to your third eye center, your place of enlightenment and seed of intuition. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Om shanti shanti shanti. With love, with gratitude. Namaste. As always, friends, thank you so much for letting me share my practice with you. Special thank you to Adam and the team at the Conservancy to be able to put this together. Our next class is next week. We have 2 more left in the series. So if you're able to join us, we'd love to see you next week. I know Adam put all the links into the chat there. So if you're not sure of when the classes are or how to sign up, all the links are there. You can quickly click on those links before the class ends. And also, like Adam said, any of these classes are available to be taken in your own time. Thank you so much again, team. Thank you also for all the lovely comments. Wherever you are right now, most importantly, please stay warm, please stay safe and well. And I look forward to seeing everybody next week with peace. Thank you, everybody.